Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. Hello, hello. Anybody here? I was gonna fix my flag, but I can't reach it. My flag is all, the wind's got it all shriveled up. I guess I'll have to wait till hubby gets home. Oh well. That's what you get for being short, people. That's what you get for being short. I am out here outside today. Hello, hello. Anybody there? Anybody there? Come in. Step right up. Step right up. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Hello, Susie. Hello, how are you? How are you? How are you? I thought I would come out here and let y'all hear my wind chimes today. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, hello. Happy midday to you. Midday Tuesday. Midday. You good? I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. I hope everybody's got through this rain. Lord, it stormed here last night. I'm looking at my yard right now. It looks like a hot mess, honey. It looks like a hot mess. I think it's going to stay a hot mess, too, for a day or two. Mm-mm-mm. Game. Did I say game? I don't know, girl. There ain't no telling. Oh, rain. I said, I hope everybody got through the rain. It rained here. I hope everybody got through the rain and the storms. Mm-mm-mm. So come on in. Lord, now my phone's starting to, why does these people do that? Hey, Raymond, good morning. Rain. Yeah, rain. I was just going to do a little awareness on Sebastian this morning. Hey, Bliss Blessings. Hello, good morning or good afternoon. I was just going to do a little bit of awareness. Tonight we're going to go over the lawsuit on the DCS. Oh, thank you, Susie. 13 months. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Janice. Good afternoon. Raymond, Susie, everybody in here. Thank you for stopping by. Plus, I miss talking to y'all. I miss talking to you. Bliss Blessings. It's always good to see you. So happy Tuesday, everyone. Come on in. Hey, Cassie. Good to see you as always. Plus, this is a safe place for everybody to talk and put out our opinions and our thoughts. And I like getting back in the rhythm of things. So happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I hope so far so good. Oh, I've missed you. I've missed you all. Thank you. You know I love you and I appreciate you all. I really do. I don't think I tell you enough, but I do. So I just wanted to hop on here and say I will be on tonight and I will go over the DCS part of the lawsuit. And I hope everybody will come back and join me, whether it be on the live or whether they catch the replay. And I always appreciate you listening. We'll go over it smiley style, all that good stuff. And everything. I just want you to know I thank you all for your support and always being here with me. Some of you's been here with me from day one. Some of you's left. Some of you's come back. It don't matter. I appreciate you all. I do. All we can do is get better and grow and do all those things. Oh, now I hear some little birds. So even my little birds are glad I've come back. I'm just saying. Maybe they're cussing me out in bird style. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, honey? Who knows? Oh, you're not late. You didn't miss anything, honey. I'm just wondering why my, so now I can see you, but it's kind of got darker on my screen. That's weird. But anyway, so sorry if I miss anything you're saying. That's weird. It was bright a while ago. I got 100% battery too. It's weird. But thank you all for supporting me and supporting Sebastian and standing up always for Sebastian. Oh, I guess it's because my phone I was holding it down a little bit. That's weird. I don't know. So, if anybody comes in and you don't know, hey, surely it's a guidance that Pretty Woman and Smiley came. I'm shutting that off. My phone rings, so I don't know. Lord have mercy. Y'all know sometimes I'll be all over the place. It's a coincidence that Pretty Woman and Smiley came in at the same time. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Cheryl. I don't know. But if y'all don't know who Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is, please get caught up on him because he is very important in my opinion. He's captured the heart of this nation, in my opinion, and he is still missing. He's been missing for over 2 years, 2 long years, without a trace. He deserves to be found. I can't imagine that people don't know who Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is, but trust and believe there are people out there who don't know who he is. And trust and believe there's people out there right there in Tennessee, right there in Hendersonville, Tennessee, who still think Sebastian, if they know who he is, who still thinks he's been found, and that's not the case. So we're just going to talk about it today. I need to get back on this train anyway, and I need to make sure that the awareness is out there and stays out there. I need to make sure that it's the proper, correct information, just like I did in the beginning. That's what I need to do, no matter who likes it and who don't. That's what I'm going to do. So, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, at the time of his disappearance, was a 15-year-old boy. He's now 17, but at the time, he was 15 years old, and he lived in Tennessee. He actually lived in Sumner County, Tennessee, in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Hey, Lady Justice. Hello. Good afternoon. He lived with his mother, Katie Proudfoot, and his stepfather, Christopher Proudfoot. And on February 25th, 2024, after, in my opinion, a very long, unusual day with his mother, he went missing. He went missing sometime late that night on the 25th of February, 2024, or early morning, February 26, 2024, when he was reported missing. When she, Katie, his mother, said she went into his room and she went in there to wake him up, and he was simply gone. He was not there. But she did not call 911. She basically called his stepdad, Chris, who allegedly was 3 hours away in Memphis on a job. You know, he had allegedly been there since at least the beginning of February without seeing Sebastian, right? And said she told him, just like she told a news station, this is what she told in one of the interviews. She told them, I can't effing find him. I can't effing find him. Allegedly, that's what she said. See, I just thought about something, but see, I think about things in different ways. Sometimes it takes me 2 years for stuff to hit me. That's just me. Anybody who knows me. Oh, it's Reese Cup's birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Reese Cup. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope everybody that has a birthday today is happy and has a happy birthday. But see, it takes me a while sometimes to put stuff together, okay? But see, I don't know if, okay, so me, for example, I just know that if my husband called me and said, so if I have one child living here and I'm gone somewhere, now think about this, and my husband says, I can't effing find him. I don't know about y'all, but I live in the real world. First of all, my heart's going to drop. But I'm going to go, can't find who? I mean, I'm not going to want to think you're talking about my son. But, or my stepson, or the human in my house. Now, I don't know about y'all, and I don't know if they had 2 dogs. I don't know if the dogs was both female or males, or a male and a female. But could she have been talking about one of the dogs, or the dogs, or was she babysitting somebody else's child? Or, you know, from not being home since the 1st of February, allegedly, and she said, I can't effing find him. Why would you automatically think it was Sebastian? I'm just saying. But allegedly, I'm assuming it sounded like he already knew who she was talking about. So it just popped in my head. Why is that? Why was that? Just asking. I'm asking for myself. And I'm asking for somebody who probably don't want to be a dumbass like myself and ask that question. So there's that. I'll ask it. I'm not scared. See, I'm probably even asking for the sheriff's department who don't want to ask the reasonable, hard questions. Just saying. I can't effing find him. Really? So he knew exactly, I assume, who she was talking about. Interesting. Very interesting. He just knew she was talking about Sebastian. In case you did not catch that, what do you think about him being home for the IEP meeting and then the anniversary dinner? I think it's very possible. I think anything's possible. I think it's so possible. That's what I think. I think there's a lot of stuff that's possible, a lot of stuff that's happened, and a lot of stuff that's unaccounted for, and a lot of lies told. That's what I think. Thank you. I wondered that myself. Yeah. I mean, you know, thank you, Raymond. Thank you so much. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank you. 13 months putting up with Smiley. Whoop, whoop. How about that? But I don't know about you, but if somebody called me and said that, I would still say, who can't you find? What do you mean? But anyway, so Chris allegedly called the dispatch direct number with Katie on three-way. I don't know. Again, I wasn't there, but that's been the alleged story the entire time. I guess only Ellie knows that, and that's what's been alleged, right? Thank you, Raymond. Raymond gifted a membership. Whoever got that, this kind of sun is in my eye, so I can't see it. I can't tell who got it. My phone is going dark out here, so I appreciate you, Raymond. Raymond's a big supporter, my mod, and I really appreciate Raymond. I appreciate all of you. But he also left Sebastian's father a text message on his phone while his father, Seth Rogers, was at work down in Davison County, the next county over, at the sheriff's office, because that's where his father worked, on the night shift. And he left him a message, which he was about to get off, but he left him a message to call him right away. And when he did, that's how he let him know that Sebastian had been missing. Now, Katie, she could have called. You know, I don't care if Seth had a phone. I don't care if it was in his car. I don't care what. Just like any other job. There's always a way to get in touch in an emergency like this. And I would say that this is an emergency at this time. You can call, you can get a hold of the commander, the supervisor, and they can go out and get in touch with the father, the mother, whoever. This is, you know, this is important. Okay? This is not like it's not important. But he leaves a text message to call as soon as possible. So Sebastian has now been missing. They fiddle-faddle around. They leave a text message. They wait till Seth gets off, see this message on the phone. Seth has to call and hear it from none other than the stepfather. So he leaves and he goes to Hendersonville and drives straight up. So Sebastian is an autistic teen with other disabilities, and this is now February 26th. And Katie says she woke up and she, you know, so we got to go back to the 25th though. On February 25th, they had what she calls a normal day. Look, my son's autistic. I don't know that I would call anything about that day normal. I would call it overworked. But anyway, she gets up. She makes these spaghetti pancakes. He talks to family members. And to me, it would be an overwhelming day. But he spends the day, I always called it a day like his last, but that's just me and my opinion, which I'm allowed to. And they spent the day together. He spent the day with his mother. They go shopping. They, again, spoke with family members. She made what he loves, the spaghetti pancakes. They went, had colossal popcorn. They shopped. They, bowled. They did all these things. She wore him out. To me, I would call it she wore him slap out. In my opinion, that's just me. She wore him out until his wheels fell off. They had dinner at the Texas Roadhouse before heading home. That was all over social media. And again, this is just for the people that don't know the situation. So I'm just bringing the awareness or reminding people that don't know or remember that. So luckily for that video coming out, I am so glad that video did come out, because for me, that's where Sebastian really, really became real to us all and became this little human. He became so real. We saw him in real time. He was so well-mannered. He was this well-mannered young man. I'm sure he had his times. I'm sure he probably was a handful at times. But he became so real, and he was not this young man that these people that were so close to him wanted the public, for whatever reason, wanted the world to believe, that mocked him, that still mocks him to this day. The grown-ups that laughs at him, belittles him, that's supposed to love him and protect him, that ha ha, hee hee, they didn't ever think we would see this video, that still tries to make him out to be these things, when we know there's challenges with disabled people, but he is still this young man who is well-behaved, well-mannered, who obviously knows how to go to a restaurant, who obviously can keep his hands in his pocket, who obviously can obey, who obviously can sit there for a long period of time, who obviously, in pull-ups or not, can still get up and go to the bathroom, who obviously can be unsupervised, who obviously is, when being told something, when you're taking a huge chance of an autistic child having a meltdown, don't have a meltdown, but is very respectful on something you don't like. he became very, very real to us. I think that says more about Sebastian than it does these grown-ass people, in my opinion. I think that video threw up a lot of red flags to me than it did, and about them, than it did on Sebastian, in my opinion. But we got to see that human in real time. But he was said to have returned home with his mom. We saw him get in the car with her, and we saw him leave for the last time. That's when the public got to see Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Other than, we don't know if that was him that took out the trash, and his own father could not verify that that was him. But I feel in my heart of hearts, me, and I have that right to believe that Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, yes, made it home that night. But that's what I believe. And I heard Sonny Weatherford, who was in charge before he passed away, the Sumner County Sheriff, tell Seth Rogers, PI, that yes, he did make it home that night. I have heard other sources tell me they know Sebastian made it home that night. And you have your right to believe what you believe in your opinion, no matter what you think, if he made it home or not. I could be wrong. But that is about the only thing that I believe Katie is telling the truth on, that he made it home. Again, I could be wrong. But yes, I do believe that Sebastian Wayne Rogers made it home that night. But that's just me and my opinion. Now, people's up to change their mind. I do know at one time, and I'm not trying to speak for anybody, I do know at one time, there was a time Seth believed he also made it home. But people can change their minds. I get that. When you no longer believe in law and what you've been told and how you've been told, I can get how you can change your mind. But I believe in my heart that he made it home. Katie said, Sebastian said good night between 9 and 10, somewhere around there. She was on this long, allegedly, call, which they should have all those records. I'm not going to say, again, it's worrisome when they don't check alibis, but surely to God, they do have that call. So, again, she was on this long call with Chris. And then later on, she had heard this noise, which she said to Nancy Grace that later on it sounded like a thud. That was the first time we heard that. And she yelled out, "Bubba, are you okay?" And he responded to her, "Yes, ma'am." Something to that effect. He was okay. But she never got up to go check on him. She told him to go to bed because he had to be up early for school the next morning, right? She said he went to sleep, or she went to sleep around midnight because she was starting to fall asleep, and Chris told her to go get in the bed. That's when Katie goes to wake up Sebastian, and he was not there. He was just gone. He was just gone. She looked around for him for just a minute or whatever. Even though she come through and should have saw him in the kitchen, she thought maybe he went to get a snack. Wouldn't she have saw him? But anyway, so she hops in her car. She gets in her car and she drives down to Sebastian's school. I mean, y'all, just maybe Sebastian got a wild hair. Even though he's not an eloper, even though he's not a runner, hey, maybe he has a special project. He just decides to get up, and all of a sudden, I'm not going to say, bye, Mommy, I love you. Bye, puppies, I love you. I am just going to gung-ho walk it down, you know, to the school, and I'm going to be the first one there this morning, and let me get A for effort. I mean, you know, maybe he got all fired up about being overly exhausted the day before, and he was just going to get up and show them he was going to walk to school the next day and be a big boy. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe because he didn't get a shower or a bath, wasn't mentioned that night, maybe he just decided to get up at 2 or 3 o'clock and take a shower or a bath and get on the road. On the highway to hell. I don't know. Get some extra credits at school. What say you? But anyway, even though he was not an eloper, he never left the house before, she decides, well, I'm going to get in my car and I will just go down by the way to the school and I will look. I mean, for a hot few seconds. And that's what she did. Oh, she did. She did all right. Because that was caught on camera. It was caught on camera with the school. And it was caught on camera through the neighborhood. Just like she said. Bunny bread. But see, here's the problem. I guess she was yelling for her son with her windows rolled up. That too is a problem, because I don't recall Sebastian's father being some kind of glass maker. I don't think he could hear with those windows being rolled up. That camera caught that too. Whoops. Uh-oh. By the way, the school is less than a mile. So I guess she was so freaking tore up. I guess she thought them windows would shadow and everybody could hear, right? So again, Mom wakes up and he's gone, just gone. She's so panicky. She jumps in the car and she's, you know, maybe she forgot to turn on any heat or air conditioning. Maybe she just got in there and started yelling at the top of her lungs. I don't know. I don't recall seeing any of that on video. But them windows was rolled up. Everybody's got that. I don't know. You know, maybe Mr. Chris has got all of that on the cameras and all of the things he had in the car where he can monitor everything. Isn't it interesting, too? Just thinking. Don't y'all find it odd whether it was that day or before? All the cameras in the house and outside of the house, but there's no cameras in Sebastian's room. Let me just say this, not to accuse anyone of anything, but I want y'all to ponder on something. Why was there never any cameras in Sebastian's room? You know, even before Chris never left that house. Y'all can take this any way that you want to. But wouldn't Chris have been there with Sebastian while Katie was at work? Mighty convenient. And his room would be up front where you could literally, I don't know, see out the blinds if somebody was pulling up. What went on in that room anyway? I'm just asking. Because if no cameras was in there, a lot of stuff could have happened in Sebastian's room. By anyone. Just a thought. Let me get back. Let me get back here where I belong. So Sebastian did not take any clothes. He didn't take any money. He didn't take any food. He didn't take any snacks. Allegedly, he didn't wear any shoes. Not his cell phone. He didn't take anything to survive. His cell phone was allegedly still on the table. That's exactly where his mom said it was the day before. Very odd, wasn't it? But she did say a small flashlight was missing. I always wondered, was that small flashlight missing? Or I wonder if that was something that Ellie had brought up to her. Like, was there anything missing, like a flashlight or whatever, and they put that in her head? That's what I always wondered. I said that in one of my lives at the beginning. I think they searched about 4.5 to 5 miles around his home. I always think they should have extended that out. But that's just my opinion. They played his favorite song, or what they said was his favorite song, Eye of the Tiger, hoping that that would bring him out. They put up the green lights, hoping that would, give him some comfort if he saw those, if he was out there somewhere. All of that time, they did do extensive search in the first 8 days, until Sumner County Sheriff's Office got this big ego, in my opinion, and they decided that they were going to call off the search, and it died down after 8 days. And then, if you don't know this case or didn't know this case, after 8 days, basically, Katie went on about her business. She followed Chris back out of town. Chris said something to the effect of, life goes on. He said that in one of his interviews. I don't know exactly how long it was, but, I hope y'all can hear me. I just had to mute that. And Katie followed him out of town. But, of course, leaving the empty house. Oh, but wait. She did leave a little food and water on the porch. So, forgive me. I guess she didn't leave or want people to think she left Sebastian stranded, of course. In case he come back. I think she knew he wasn't coming back, in my opinion. But no worries, What could the state of Tennessee say? Hey, if he come back, there was food and water on the porch, No worries. Just let me go follow my hubby. He don't have any shoes, according to me. So, maybe I'll put him a blanket, or you know, I don't know, you know. All the while, his dad, Seth Rogers, was looking and searching and, you know, talking to anyone who would listen. And still to this day, he has his same phone number. Still talking, still putting out flyers, still dancing with the devil if that's what he needs to do. Or devils if that's what he needs to do. He'll talk to anybody that needs to get Sebastian's name out there, or the hope of. The hope of Sebastian hearing him and knowing that his phone number is still the same. It's heartbreaking. It is, in my opinion. And remember, I'm allowed to have my opinion. So yeah, if you have not heard about this case with Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, please get caught up. He's worth it. I can't imagine anybody not thinking he's worth it, because he is. He's worth it. He's worth hearing about. He needs to be found. He's still missing. And if you live in or around Tennessee and you think he's been found, you have been sadly mistaken. I assure you, he has not been found. You heard that wrong. He's not been found, but he needs to be found. He needs to be found, no matter what. At the time of his disappearance, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers was 5'5". He was about 115 to 120 pounds. He had, he had brown hair, brown or hazel eyes. They looked hazel. He wore all black, allegedly. He had on black frame glasses. But please keep in mind that if he's out there somewhere alive right now, and God, I hope he is, you must know boys grow, okay? I know I had 4 of them. They're men now. But boys at 15-year-old grow fast. And no, he would not still be barefooted to this day, okay? We're not talking about the damn jungle here, okay? He didn't disappear and go to some freaking jungle like Tarzan. Get a grip, people. He would have on shoes, I'm sure. I don't know where he would get them or how he got them. But let's face that fact. But boys grow. He would be 17 now. Okay? But Sebastian may or may not, and this is what you got to know, he may or may not wear glasses. He may or may not have contacts. He may or may not have long hair. He may or may not have a shaved head. Hell, he may or may not have tattoos. We don't know. But he has 3 moles on his neck that I'm aware of. Pull his picture up. Look. Pay attention. Don't send the leads to Smiley. Don't send them to creators on Facebook. If you think you know something, call 911 if you think you see him. Call in the tips. Call FBI. Every tip must be looked at. Everything must be followed up on. And this is where Sumner County has failed and is failing. But everything must be looked at. And if it's not, then people is not doing their job. In my opinion, and it's just my opinion, something happened to Sebastian after he got home that night. What? I don't know. Accident? I don't know. Premeditated? I don't know. But somebody knows, and somebody needs to come clean. And if you know, you need to tell. You have the opportunity to stop this. And I wish you would. I really, really wish you would. Sebastian deserves better. His father deserves better. And I think more than one person knows. Possibly more than that. How long can you sit on this? Are you going to do the right thing? Are you going to do the right thing? When is Sebastian going to get his due diligence? In the meantime, the sun's really getting bright out here and I can't see these messages. Oh my God. I love you all. I thank you for being here. And I will see you sometime this evening. I don't know when yet, but I will see you sometime this evening. And we will go over these DCS reports and these cases. So please come back. Please join me tonight. And we'll go over the lawsuits for the DCS part. And I thank you. I thank you all for being here. I thank you for my support. I thank you for the support for Sebastian. I thank you for your thoughts and opinions. And I will go back and read all these comments. Thank you, everybody. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you. And I'll see you in the streets. YouTube streets, that is. See y'all guys later. Bye.